Right. Now let's talk about the setup of the CnSR repeater. So first of all, you have to use the remote desktop connection to connect to the repeater. And once it's connected, you'll be able to see a screen like this. And on the left-hand side, let's click on the CnSR icon. Okay, so it will show, first of all, the interfaces of the repeater. It consists of three interfaces, the high-power Yagi and the repeater access point, and it is the access point to which all the other devices like the handheld and laptop are connected. And you have also got the Ethernet interface. So the internet captured by the high-power Yagi from a remote location, okay, will be channeled through the access point, okay, to the devices connected to it. And also, if you have an Ethernet connection that go to a router, remember to connect to the WAN port of the router and select DHCP, so that we will obtain the IP address from the repeater. So here is the data flow. It will go from the Yagi to the Ethernet interface, which means that anything that connects to this Ethernet interface will get the internet from the remote location. All right, and we have got a start-stop. Okay, so if you want to stop the repeater, okay, you've got a window message here that says CnSR stop, and anything that is currently connected over the access point will be disconnected until you press the start button again. And you can see that this little icon will change from the amber into the green arrow, okay? So, and you probably notice that the color changes from blue to green. Blue means that the device is present, but is not connected to the internet. Okay, same as the access point, meaning that the access point is ready or is connected to other devices, is in green color. The blue color indicated that the Ethernet interface is ready, but there is no data passing through. There is no physical connection connected to it. Okay. So next you might want to do is to scan the remote signal from the Yagi antenna. Okay, so you press scan, and in a minute it will show all the signal or network name captured by the high-power Yagi antenna. And now in this example, we are connected to this, and let's do it from flash. Okay, let's disconnect it. Okay, and once it's disconnected, it shows not connected here, and the icon here will be blank. And you might want to unselect it and click property. Okay, so if the remote signal is encrypted, which means that it has got a security password, you need to choose. There are a number of options from here, but the one that you are really interested in is the WPA half passphase, which is a text mode. Okay, So you just select it and then click use encryption, and then you just key in your password. All right. Make sure that it's not caps lock. All right. And once you have finished keying in the password, you just click OK. Okay. And if you want to automatically connect it to the network every time you put up the repeater, just put a check here and connect. All right, that's great. It indicates the signal is 100%, but you know this is because it's in close range. All right, and so once it's connected, you can see that the icon changes in green, and you just click close the window. Okay. And the other one that you might be interested in is the config setup of the repeater. So you have got the SSID name, and this is the name that the access point would broadcast to the other devices. So, for example, when your phone want to connect to the repeater, you would be interested in looking for the CnSR name. Okay, you can change it to anything you like. Okay. Right. So once you have made the change, you just click save. And you can also change the password of the access point, the IP address, and I deliberately use 192.168.10.1, and this is going to differentiate the network IP used by the remote signal picked up by the Yagi. Okay, so they have to be different. For example, the remote one is like the 192.168.1.1. Okay, so it has to be different from that. And you can switch the band from 2.4 gigahertz to 5 gigahertz band, right? And the admin password, okay, that you're going to use when you try to log it in using a browser like Windows Explorer or Google Chrome. Okay, so once you have made the change, you can save it, or if you want to go back to the factory default for this parameter, you can click default. Okay, so if you click default, nothing will be changed. Okay, default will be saved. All right, so next time you click on it, right, the test would be back on the CnSR. So let's say if you want to change the name as test, you save it, and they will ask you to restart, whether you want to restart now or later on. Okay, if you restart now, once it's rebooted, the SSID name will become test. Okay, so make sure that you tell everybody else that the SSID name has been updated. Otherwise, they would still be looking for the old SSID name. All right, so that's it. And once I click yes or just hit enter, the system is gonna reboot. All right, thank you very much. Right, now let's talk